I think looking back, other memorable things have been where I've failed to set boundaries in the beginning, where I was really taken advantage of because I wanted the job. And looking back, I'm like, wow, that was really stupid. I should have established better boundaries with the client than letting them kind of walk all over me.
Take us through that, because after I hear that, I want to kind of relate to it, because it happens in other business too.
Yes.
And I think it's a valuable thing for folks in our audience to hear, whether they're business folks or not, or maybe they've been the clients and they don't realize that this is going on. So take me through that.
Yeah, I love that. I bring this up because, like you mentioned, I think it happens to a lot of us. But I think setting boundaries in your business is important, because there are going to be people who aren't going to respect you or your time. And that's so valuable. And I have learned this along the way. So I'm grateful for these experiences and that I've looked back. But yes, it was a shoot that I had set up. It was really supposed to be just an hour's worth of my time. I drove probably a good hour to get there, really went out of my way, and was just trying to go above and beyond for the client, because I believe that's what we have to do, is go above and beyond and serve them well. But it crossed the line when it was like, can you do this and that and more? And we ended up traveling to all these different places, and the time, instead of being an hour, ended up being like 3 to 4 hours, and things just got really dragged out. There was just a lot of things.
Was it like bordering disrespect?
Yeah.
Like, I'm paying you to be here, just do what I say, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Really?
It was like, you're doing this because you said you were going to be here, and just those sort of things. And the whole situation, I handled it fine. You know, we came to
in the moment, you just go with it.
You go with it. But in hindsight and looking back now, and that was in the earlier years of my business, so this was years ago. Yeah. How I would have handled things differently today, knowing what I know now and have learned along the way, I would have handled it differently.
So were they a referral? Did they kind of see your website, or a friend of a friend?
You know, I don't know how they actually found me. It was no one that I knew through anybody. So there was just I don't know how they found me.
The phone rang kind of, or email came.
But it was one of those things, like initially when I got the contact and we kind of went over the plan, there was something in my gut that said, this doesn't really feel right, but I took the job anyhow because I was in the beginning and I thought,
trying to move the flywheel, right? I want some more.
Exactly.
Like, I need this.
Sometimes we become a little desperate for the job. Like, we're willing to go the extra mile even when it doesn't feel right. Yep. So that was a teaching lesson for me. Just sometimes listen to your intuition. If something feels a little off, it might be a hunch that you need to back down. Yeah,
that happens, and it rears its head up in different kind of forms. Sometimes you catch it like in the middle of it, like, what am I doing?
Exactly.
I don't need this business this bad.
Exactly.
So yeah, it happens a lot, where especially in the beginning of trying to get a business going, you might not have a lot of revenue coming in.
Exactly.
You might not have a lot of clients, and you get a lead in, you call them back. And they sound really nice. Hey, Brian, yeah, let's meet, bud. And, I got this, and you find, you're like, okay, yeah, we can do this. Yeah, I'll just give you the whole shebang, and at a third of what it should cost.
Exactly.
Because if I don't, then I don't know how much money we're going to be pulling in this month. And then you do it, and you establish this relationship, and you've established a baseline. And in the business that I'm in, it's long-term kind of revenue. And you wake up a couple of years down the line, and you're like, this business deal has been a win for them and a lose for me for 2 years.
You said it perfectly. Yeah. Sometimes it really does feel that way. It feels like a win for them and a major lose for you. Because I always say a yes is a no to something else. So,
yeah, you're right. It absolutely is. And you better be ready for it.
You better be ready for it. So yeah, sometimes the opportunity might look great at the time, but you have to remember the no that's going along with that too.
Yep. So you said yes to come on the podcast. I'm really happy about that. I'm just going to get that in there right
I'm
now.
so happy to be here. I've been enjoying our conversation.
Because you had to say no to something in order to be here.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's true. You're always giving up something. I think you have to make the yes worth it.
Yeah.
So this has definitely been a good yes.
Cool. All right. So yeah, but just getting back to that topic, I think it's important. It's something that I've never really got to hit on with any of the podcasts, talking to so many people that have businesses, is kind of going down that road a little bit of some buyer's remorse on clientele. And it's not like I don't consider them bad people or anything like that, because they're most of the time, the people that you're working with, they really just want something that works really well for them.
Absolutely.
And for the most part, they want to make sure it works good for you too.
Yes.
But that's not always their mindset. So I always, from now, we always talk about with the team and everything that it's got to be a win-win.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there needs to be a level of mutual respect. And that goes a long way when we can, I think, educate our clients properly too on kind of our process and where we stand. Having good communication with them is key. And at the end of the day, it really comes together. So,
and what I found is that it eases I don't really call it anxiety. It eases my stress a little bit about the situation. Like if I'm talking to a professional and they're like, okay, we're going to meet at this time. You don't have to bring anything. Or if you want to do, we're going to do one change. We're going to do this. We're going to do about 15 minutes of this. And when you get there, they're happy and ready to go and upbeat because I'm chasing kids as they're coming out of the car or employees because they really don't want to get their photo taken either. They're really nervous about it. It's just a second family. You know, it's like, no, you're getting your photo taken. No, I don't want to. But
the whole crew here was wonderful for your brand new phone. So.
They are pretty cool.
They are great. I have to say, you have a really great team here. I have enjoyed working with every single one of you. So
that's good to hear. And I would love to be able to say I'm really good at hiring good people.
Yeah.
But I've just got a couple people around me that are really good at finding good people. So
and that's so important, who you surround yourself with, the community, and how you build each other up, and just the team you create. Like, that's huge.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching one of the clips from the Business Line podcast. If you want to see the full episode, click up here.
And if you want to see more fun clips, click up here.